Welcome once again to another new video. This is Santosh Sahu and you are watching Sahu's tutorial. And in this video, I'll be covering some important MCQ questions along with explanations on higher education. This is from the syllabus of UGC NET Paper 1. I'm conducting here MCQ series on higher education. This is part 3. In the previous two videos, I have discussed 50 important MCQ questions along with explanations. I will share the links in the description box as well. Watch this video till the end because it's going to be a very fruitful session. So here is your first question on your screen. But before starting the session, this is my humble request to all of you. Please do subscribe the channel and tap the bell icon to get more notifications that I will upload in future. So here is your first question on your screen. So here is your first question to answer in the comment box. First question is, which of the following is a permanent Antarctic research station commissioned by India? So इसमें से कौन सा है जो कि परमानेंट अंटार्कटिक रिसर्च स्टेशन दैट वाज कमीशन बाय इंडिया? परमानेंट अंटार्कटिक रिसर्च स्टेशन कौन सा है? भारती, Himaband, Antarctic 2.0, none of the above. So here I am giving a clue. The answer would be one of the two active Indian research stations in Antarctic. One of the two active research stations, Indian research stations in Antarctic. So here your options is Bharti, Himaband, Antarctic 2.0 or none. So the right option is Bharti. Bharti is a permanent Antarctic research station commissioned by India. So here A is right option and here is the explanation. Bharti is a permanent Antarctic research station commissioned by India and it is India's third Antarctic research facility and one of the two active Indian research stations along with or alongside Maitri. So there are two active research stations. One is Maitri and another is Bharti. So Bharti and Maitri are the two active Indian research stations. And here India's first committed research facility is known as Dakshin Gangotri. It's being used as a supply base. Here is the image of Bharti station. This is the image of Bharti station. Okay. Moving ahead to the question number 2. Here, which article prescribed Hindi and English as the languages to be used in the parliament with exceptions for members who could not express themselves adequately in either language? If any member of a parliament can't express his or her views in Hindi or in English, he can express his views or her views in his or her mother tongue. So that is, which article says this? Article 124, Article 130, Article 120, Article 78. So the right option is here Article 120. Article 120 says that if any member of a parliament can express his or her views in Hindi or in English, he or she can express his or her views in his or her mother tongue. And here is the explanation. Provided that Article 120 provided that the chairman of the Council of States or Speaker of the House of the People or person acting as such as the case may be may permit any member who can't adequately express himself in Hindi or in English to address the House in his mother tongue or in her mother tongue. Moving ahead to question number 3. Which of the following is incorrect from the sources of learning in the education and in India? Which of the following is incorrect from the sources of learning in the education of ancient India? Now your options are Anviksik, logic, Silpa Shastra, architecture, Dhanurvidya, archery, Mimamsa, ethics. Anviksik, logic, it is true. Silpa Shastra is architecture, it is also true. Dhanurvidya is archery, it is also true. Whereas Mimamsa is not ethics, rather Mimamsa is about interpretation. Mimamsa is interpretation. So here D is the right option, which is incorrect. So D is incorrect. And here is the explanation. Education of ancient India has a special mention of the distinctions between Shastras, that is learned disciplines, and Kavyas, that is imaginative and creative literature, which are also sources of learning. And Itihas gives history, Anviksik is about logic, and Mimamsa is about interpretation, and Silpa Shastra is about architecture, and Artha Shastra is polity, whereas birth, agriculture, trade, commerce, animal husbandry, and Dhanurvidya is archery, Krida is games, and here Parakra is exercises, whereas Yoga Sadhana is training the mind and body. Okay, moving ahead to question number 4. The tertiary education. The tertiary education includes primary and secondary education. No. Higher education. Yes. Vocational education and training. Yes. So both B and C. So D is the right option. tertiary education includes both B and C, that is higher education as well as vocational and vocational education as well and training. We get to question number 5. Assertion reason question. Debates and discussions were conducted to test people's knowledge since the ancient education system. Debates and discussions were conducted. So since the education system, since the ancient education system, debates or discussions were conducted. It is very true. Shastra were organized for learned debates. It is also true. So both A and R are correct, and both A are correct. A is correct, but R is there not correct. So this is wrong. A is incorrect, but R is correct. This is wrong. So the remaining two options, that both A and R correct, and R is the correct explanation of A. R is not the correct explanation of A. So R is Shastra were organized for learned debates, and that is debates and discussions were conducted to test. It is true. So here A is right option. That is R is the correct explanations of A. And here is the explanation. Shastra is a type of intellectual debate prevalent in India. It was a kind of philosophical and religious debate in which scholars participated to reveal the inner meaning of Hindu scriptures known as the Shastras. In the form of debates, the assessment was conducted in our traditional gurukuls or ashram. Okay. Moving on to question number 6. What is the full form of CCIM? CCIM stands for Certified Council of International Medicine, Central Council of Indian Medicine, Central Council of International Medicine, or none of these. So CCIM stands for Central Council of Indian Medicine. So here B is right option. Here is the explanation. Central Council of Indian Medicine, CCIM, was a statutory body under the Ministry of Ayush, Government of India between 1971 to 2021. And the CCIM was set up in 1971 under the Indian Medical Central Council Act, that is Act 48, which was passed in 1970. Moving on to next question. The National Policy on Education of 1986. The second time. First time it came in 1968. The second time it is in 1986. So this is the National Policy of Education of 1986 has very strongly recommended the need for value education. The need for value education due to which of the following reason? Erosion of traditional values. Yeah, this is the destruction or the erosion of traditional values. Yeah, this is true. Tremendous advance in science and technology has resulted in a complete change in the lifestyle of people. This is also true. Science and technology is being used to produce weapons of mass destruction, endangering the very existence of the human race instead of using it for the betterment of human life. This is also true. So all the above. National Policy on Education of 1986 has very strongly recommended the need for value educations due to which of the following reasons? Due to all these reasons. Okay, all the above. Moving on to the next question. In the work, and the name of the book is Value Oriented School Education. The writer has mentioned that in the context of modern India, which is moving towards industrialization and technology, we need education that is based on spiritual, moral, and social value. Now, who has written the book called Value Oriented School Education? Your options are Dr. M.T. Ramji, V.D. Singh, none of these, or C.V. Good. So here, this book was written by Dr. M.T. Ramji. So here A is right option. Dr. M.T. Ramji has written the book Value Oriented School Education. This is a work actually, an article. Which of the following is not an objective? Which of the following is not an objective of value education? Inculcation of spirit of patriotism and national integration. ये तो सही है. This is right. This is correct. Inculcation of spirit of patriotism and national integration. ये तो सही है. This is true. Full development of child's personality. This is the holistic development of child. Full development of child's personality in its physical, mental, and emotional. That is the holistic development. This is also true. Okay. Enabling people, the students, to make decisions on the basis of sound moral principle. This is also true. Okay. But to increase employability, this is not an objective of value education. To increase employability is not an objective of value education. It does not deal with the objective of value education. So here D is right option. D is right option. Which is not? D is the right option. Moving on to question number 10. Which of the following commissions recommended setting up of UGC and is also known as the University Education Commission? It is known as University Education Commission. Which commissions has recommended the setting up of UGC? Radhakrishnan commissions, Mudaliar commissions, Vardha commissions, Kothari commission. So here the right option is Radhakrishnan commissions. Radhakrishnan commission is also known as University Education Commissions, and it has recommended the setting up of UGC. Okay, and here is the okay. This is the next question. Question number 11. At which age does a child attain paribraja or pravajya in the Buddhist system of studies? 7, 8, 15, 18. So at the age of 8, a child attain paribraj. So in the Buddhist system of studies. So here 8 is B is right option. And here is the explanation. At the age of 8 years, a child attends paribraj pravajya. In the Buddhist system of studies, students are called samana. Buddhist students are called samana. After completion of study, students become monks. Okay, moving on to question number 12. Which educational thinker has stated that value education is the aggregate of all the process by means of which a person develops abilities, attitudes, other forms of behavior of the positive values in the society in which he lives. John Dewey, Aristotle, C.V. Good, Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi ji. So here the right option is C.V. Good. C.V. Good has said that value education is the aggregate of all the process by means of which a person develops abilities, attitudes, other forms of behavior of the positive values in the society in which he lives. Moving on to next question. Which of the following commission's report is titled as Education for National Development? Which of the following commission's report is known or is titled as Education for National Development? Your options are Radhakrishnan Commission, Kothari Commission, Mudaliar Commission, none of the above. Mudaliar Commission तो नहीं है, none of the above भी नहीं है. Here there is Radhakrishnan Commission that was it नहीं है. This is known as University Education Commissions, and here the right option is Kothari Commission. Kothari Commission is subtitle is report is titled as Education for National Development. Kothari Commission. So here Kothari Commission, and here is the explanation. The Kothari Commission of 1962 to 1966 submitted its report in 1960 under the subtitle of Education for National Development. This unique feature of commission was its conviction that education is the most powerful instrument of national development. So here report is titled as Education for National. Which report? It is the Kothari Commissions of 1964 to 1966. And question 14. The Balwant Rai Mehta Committee was a committee associated with formation of UGC, no. Value education implementation, no. Democratic decentralization, none of these. So Balwant Rai Mehta Committee, in the previous video I have also discussed this question. The Balwant Rai Mehta Committee was a committee associated with democratic decentralization. So C is the option. Moving on to question 15. The idea of 4 pillars of education was suggested by each of these bodies: UNICEF, UGC, NCTE. No, it is UNESCO. UNESCO has suggested the 4 pillars of education. Had suggested 4 pillars of education. Here D is right option, UNESCO. And here is the explanation. The 4 pillars of education for the 21st century, the Jacques Delors of 2001 refers to UNESCO in the form of a report, comprises learning to know, learning to do, learning to live, and learning to be. So the main fact is the 4 pillars of education was suggested by UNESCO. Okay, moving on to question number 16. The name of the plan to increase the enrollment in the higher education. It is talking about higher education. The increase of enrollment in the higher education institution is RUSA, that is Rashtriya Uच्चतर Shiksha Abhiyan, and it came into existence in 2013. It was launched in 2013. Okay, Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, so higher education नहीं है. So both A and B no. So here the right option is Rashtriya Uच्चतर Shiksha Abhiyan, that is and it was launched in the year 2013 to increase enrollment in the higher education institution. So here A is right option. And which of the following is not a component of RUSA? Is not a component of RUSA. Infrastructure grants, it is a component of RUSA. Equity initiatives, it is also a part or component of RUSA. Research and innovation, they were actually accelerating, encouraging research and innovation. This is true. Rural entrepreneurship or development. Rural entrepreneurship or development is not a part of, is not a component of RUSA. So here D is right option. D is right option. And here is the explanation that RUSA aims to provide equal development to all higher institutions and rectify weaknesses in the higher education system. Its target achievement is to raise the gross enrollment ratio to 32% by the end of 12 Plan 2017. The major objectives are to improve the overall quality of existing state institutions and to facilitating institutional structure for planning and monitoring, universities into research universities, that is enable conversion of some of the universities into research universities at par with the best in the world, and create opportunities for states to undertake reforms in the affiliation system, and to ensure adequate availability of quality faculty in all higher educational institutions, and ensure capacity building at all levels of employment, and to improve equity in higher education by providing adequate opportunities of higher education to SC, STs and socially educationally backward classes, promote inclusion of women, minorities and differently abled persons. So, and to correct regional imbalances in access to higher education by facilitating access to high quality institutions in urban and semi-urban areas. It is to expand the institutional base by creating additional capacity in existing institutions and to establishing new institutions in order to achieve enrollment targets, and to create an enabling atmosphere in higher educational institutions to devote themselves to research and innovation. To devote themselves to research and innovation. So these are the objectives of RUSHA, that is Rashtriya Uch Shiksha Abhiyan, that was launched in the year 2013. Moving on to question number 18. Which of the following agency put forward the concept of a proactive university? The concept of proactive university, that is UNDP, AICTE, UNESCO or UGC. So proactive university was put forward by UNESCO. So here C is right option. Moving on to question number 19. Which of the following commissions recommended setting up of UGC, which is also known as the University Education Commission? So your options are Radhakrishnan Commissions, Mudaliar Commissions, Suvarna Commissions, Kothari Commission. So it is Radhakrishnan Commissions of 1948 to 1949. So this is Radhakrishnan Commission is also known as the University Education Commission, and it has recommended the setting up of UGC. So here A is right option. Moving on to here is the explanation. These recommendations was made by the University Education Commissions of 1948-1949, which is set up under the chairmanship of S. Radhakrishnan to report on Indian university education and suggest improvements and extensions. Moving on to question 20. Destiny of India is being shaped in her classroom. This is stated in National Policy on Education. No. National Knowledge Commission. No. National Education Commissions, that is also known as Kothari Commissions or University Education Commissions, that is Radhakrishnan Commissions. So here the right option is National Education Commission, that is Kothari Commissions. Destiny of India is being shaped in her classroom. So this is stated in Kothari Commissions or National Education Commissions of 1964 to 1966. So here C is right option. And National Education Commissions, that was 1964-1966, popularly known as Kothari Commissions, was an ad hoc commission set up by the government of India to examine all aspects of the educational sector in India, to develop a general pattern of education and to recommend guidelines and policies for the development. And it was formed on 14 July 1964 under the chairmanship of Dalot Singh Tari, the chairman of University Grants Commission. So, moving on to question number 21. CER. CER stands for CHEER. CER stands for Children Enrichment Education through Radio, Child Health Education Electronic Recording, no. Children for Engineering and Energy Requirement, no. None of these above. So here the right option is Children. CER stands for Children Enrichment Education through Radio. So here A is right option. Moving on to question number 22. Which of the following documents is termed as the Magna Carta of English education in India? Charles Wood's Dispatch, Macaulay's Minutes, that is Mount Stuart Elphinstone's Minutes, or what the system? Elphinstone's Minutes came in 1823. And Charles Wood's Dispatch is known as Magna Carta, and it came in 1854. So here A is right option. And the Wood's Dispatch is also known as Magna Carta of the English education in India. It was the first declaration of British education policy for educating the masses at all levels. In 1854, he sent a dispatch to Lord Dalhousie, the then Governor General of India, and Wood's Dispatch suggested that the primary schools must adopt vernacular language. Through the dispatch, he also suggested that high schools use Anglo-vernacular medium, that English should be the medium for college level education. Hence, the Wood's Dispatch is considered Magna Carta of English education in India. Moving on to question number 23. In which of the following years, presidency universities of Calcutta, Bombay and Madras were set up following the recommendations of Wood's Dispatch after 1854? So that is in 1857. In 1857, three universities were formed. In the form of London University, that is Calcutta University, Bombay University, and Madras University. That is 1857. So it was recommended by the Woods Dispatch. Moving on to question number 24, the University of Allahabad was founded in the year 1887, 1882, 1905, 91, 1901. So here, the right answer is the 1887. University of Allahabad was founded in the year 1887, whereas Punjab University, whereas Punjab University was established in the year 1882. Punjab University was founded in the year 1882, and University of Allahabad was founded in the year 1887. 1887 is the right answer. Which of the following is known as Calcutta University Commission? Sadler Commission, Kotari Commission, Hunter Commission, Wood Dispatch. So here, Sadler Commission is known as Calcutta University Commission. So here, A is right option. Sadler. The other name of Calcutta University Commission is Sadler Commissions. Moving on to here the explanation. The Calcutta University Commission, sometimes known as the Sadler Commission, was established in 1917 and named for its chairman Michael Sadler. This was done to inspect and to inform about the issues faced by the Calcutta University. Moving on to question 26. Which of the following agencies or organizations was constitutionally assigned tasks of coordination and determination of standards of institution in higher education? इसको दिया गया था. So your options are UGC, concerned state governments, union government, none of the above. So it is given to UGC, University Grant Commissions. Moving on to question 27. Which of the following institution was formed in 1945? Which of the following institution was formed in 1945 to look after the functioning of three central universities of Aligarh, Banaras, and Delhi? University Grants Commissions, University Grants Committee, Inter-University Board, or Associations of Indian Universities. So here the right option is 1945 में University Grants Commission was formed. It was formed in 1945, but it was officially established or officially established only in 1956. So the UGC was first formed in 1945 to oversee the work of the three central universities of Aligarh, Banaras, and Delhi. Its responsibility was extended in 1947 to cover all Indian universities. And the UGC, however, was formally established only in November 1956 as a statutory body of the government of India through an act of parliament for the coordination, determination, and maintenance of standards of university education in India. Okay, moving on to question 28. The report of Central Advisory Board of Education on Post-War Education and Development in India is also termed as Sargent Report, Nehru Report, Vardha Report, none of the above. So the report of Central Advisory Board of Education, that is CABE, on post-war education, post-war education development in India is also termed as Sargent Report. So here A is right option. Sargent is also known as Sargent Report. Sargent scheme formerly known as the Report of the Sargent Commissions on Post-War Education Development in India was a 1944 memorandum prepared at the behest of the British-run government of India that outlined the future development of literacy and education in India. Moving on to question 29. Which section of UGC Act of 1956 provides for the promotion and the coordination of university education and for the maintenance of standards of teaching, examination, and research? Which section? 12, 15, 25, 28. So here, the section 12 of UGC Act of 1956 is providing has provided for the promotion and the coordination of university education and for the maintenance of standards of teaching, examination, and research. So here A is right option. Section 12 is the right option. It is, and this is the last question. It is said that the present higher education system has its origin in Mount Stuart Elphinstone's minutes, which stressed upon the need for establishing schools for teaching English and European sciences. This report was presented in the year 1823, 1835, 1858, or 1861. So here the right option is Elphinstone's minutes came in 1823. So these were all 30 questions I have discussed along with this